Papa?
Well, I think I finally stopped crying
What happened?
after last night.
You know what you got to do now. Take him away.
He's done.
Oh, what an emotional game. That was sad, man.
That ending,
that was
though,
sad.
That was... Couldn't have gone on a better way.
I dreaded this day for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
No,
I mean, it's like...
This was sad. This was
I know,
sad.
it was emotional, but there still is another game.
Yeah, which
That's always
people are
weird.
not.
That's why it is so weird, because there is another
That's
game.
why I think
But
they're
it's-
going
at
to lose
least.
next week
It's
because
a-
they acted like this was it.
It's almost like
No.
Ben's like not playing.
I know.
It's what it felt like, but
It did.
It's a weird circumstance because it's his last home game. Yeah, there's another game and it's an important game and they have to win it. But like, what are you gonna do? Just ignore that it's your last home game and not do that?
I know.
Like,
No, I
you
mean, you're
have-
right,
kinda
but,
have-
like-
he's been here for 18
It's just weird
years.
because now, like, I expect him to play next week. Obviously, there
is.
is playoff contention on the line here, even though it's not likely. But it is on the line. But it feels like he's done. But then he's gonna just come out next week, and it's gonna be like nothing happened.
It's just that everything he
weird.
did last night was the last time he will ever do it in Heinz Field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's why
Now it feels a
I-
whole
yeah.
different environment to play in. Like
I
that's,
get
that's
why
been
it was
his
done.
home.
he spent half his life in Heinz Field.
18 years.
Hey, Mike Tomlin said that was the best regular season crowd he's ever been a part of in his tenure
It looked-
with the
it looked
Pittsburgh
awesome.
Steelers.
Makes sense.
It
It
looked
looked
insane. It actually looked like it was loud as all heck.
Oh yeah.
Dude, whenever we went to the game, against the Ravens week, what week was
12, I
that?
think, or
12.
something like that.
Dude, that atmosphere, like
Oh,
people,
yeah.
I mean, people knew it was Ben's like last season. Like people were screaming Ben left and right. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine because you could hear through the TV like people were like saying like "Thank you Ben,
Yeah.
thank you Ben," like all the chants. Like,
Look, it was sad when even I've been seeing TikToks. People are like, "I'm not even a Steelers fan. This is actually sad." But I'm thinking like, dude, when Drew Brees retired, I was sad. These are players that we grew up with,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they're all
it's an
retiring.
era.
I was sad when Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. I was like
Just-
sad when they all
It
retired.
just means we're old now.
And this was a whole new level. This sucks.
that's your dad.
This sucks.
That's all
Is
of
it time for him to go? Yeah.
Yeah.
But can I accept it? No.
I thought he was gonna. Honestly, I thought he was gonna go last year, but I'm glad that it happened the way he did, where it wasn't like an off-season announcement. It was like
Yeah.
middle of the season. He's like, "Hey, this is it. I'm done after this season."
So we know.
Kind of gives
got
us
that
like
preparation.
yeah, time to like prepare for it. It's not just out of the blue.
Which
Yeah.
I think is a smarter way to do it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, look how it turned out.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
have asked for a
went
better way.
It couldn't have went better.
He won the game.
Yeah, screw you, Cleveland.
Last handoff, Najee gets a touchdown. Somehow intercepted at the very end. It was a rookie cornerback intercepted it or something.
Akilla Witherspoon,
I don't know.
Yeah.
who's been playing out of his freaking mind. I'll talk about him in another video or whatever. But
Gets the pick, and then Ben comes in for what he said is the greatest play as a quarterback, the kneel.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to do it.
And
It's the
TJ
last
Watt,
play.
TJ Watt came in. He said, "Hey, I'm going to win Defensive Player of the Year for you this game."
he said that.
Yeah.
Everybody around him stepped up and performed. I mean, to make the matters even better, his last home game against Cleveland, like right by
Who
where
passed
he
up
grew
on him.
up,
Who
who
passed up on him.
on him in the draft that he has dominated his entire career, just makes it
He's lost
so much
twice
better.
to them, and that's it. That's
Yeah,
insane.
3 times. I
Yeah, it
think.
was 3 and
Because of the
1.
playoff
It was
loss.
2. Oh, yeah, the playoff loss.
Yeah, we don't
Playoff
remember
loss,
that
yeah.
one. We try not to. That was brutal.
Nah, yeah,
But-
that was awesome.
Every piece around Ben Roethlisberger stepped up. I mean, the defensive line, unreal play from the
9
defensive
sacks.
line. And
Dude, that was
oh,
insane.
dang it, that just shut off. But anyways, that was a very sentimental moment that just got ruined. But anyways, where was that? The offensive line of the Cleveland Browns is pretty top tier in my opinion. They signed
Well, yeah.
a lot of guys to big contracts. They have one of the best, or had one of the best running games in the NFL
Yeah.
for a reason. A lot of that's because of the offensive line. And then we're throwing in backup players. We're throwing in players that I've never even seen before. The one dude, I've never even seen him before.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
his first time, I swear to you, on the field, he gets a sack.
Yeah.
Louder milk.
Louder
No,
milk.
I've
yeah.
seen it.
Louder
Sick,
milk.
no, but this is the first time I actually really
Look,
paid
and
attention
they
to him.
didn't. I mean, Lewis Riddick wouldn't shop about it. How they didn't use Nick Chubb enough, which is true. They didn't. I mean,
Yeah, I
maybe they
still
wanted
question
Ben.
what the heck went wrong there because Dearness Johnson was on the field
lot.
at least 60% of the time.
Yeah.
and when
if
Nick
not
Chubb was
more.
in, he had
Well,
some
here's the
big
thing.
gains too.
Here's the
I don't
thing.
know.
Something that we kind of I forgot about personally is this game didn't matter for the Browns. Browns were out of the playoffs.
Yeah, but they're playing
Right.
Pittsburgh. They wanted to ruin Ben's
I'm sure
home
they
game.
wanted to
I
win.
guarantee
Yeah,
you they wanted to
I
win this
guarantee that,
badly.
but there's no reason to hurt Nick Chubb in this game. to play him.
You're right, but man, I'm telling you, they wanted this.
Well, yeah, because they could have
think
sat
they did.
Baker Mayfield out because
he's hurt. He's super hurt.
Anyway.
In my
super
opinion, I don't think they're I don't really think that they care what happens to
I
Baker
think-
Mayfield.
I think Kevin
Genuinely.
Stefanski said he wanted to have a winning season, so that's why they were playing so hard because they still could have got that 500 record. They were 7-8.
Makes sense.
Now they're
Now
7-9.
they don't.
You guys suck, dude.
Because it was whenever he came in, they had a 14 consecutive losing
They suck.
record or something, and he came back and made it 2 in a row. So I think he was going for
Makes
either
sense.
2 or 3.
Hey,
but-
Steelers got it, baby. Ben's going out, never losing a season.
In my opinion, I don't see
Mm-mm-mm.
Baker Mayfield playing for the Browns past next year, where I see Nick Chubb playing for them as long as Nick Chubb.
Honestly, I don't know what they're going to do with Baker Mayfield.
Dude, Baker Mayfield, in
They
my
don't have
opinion-
anything good. Unless they trade and get something good. I don't
But
know.
here's the thing: who's going to want Baker Mayfield?
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't really matter.
He's proved that he's not good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
genuine.
not good. We got to remember that he's playing with this injury that's pretty significant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
why
he's
would
been-
why would he run and go into Trey Norwood shoulder first? What the heck was that?
in
That
my
was
opinion,
stupid.
I think the
I
injury
think
is
he's
kind
trying
of
to hype up the team, but he
Yeah,
got ran over.
yeah, but doing that, you're gonna
Yeah,
make
a
it
couple
worse.
of
I mean, it's
moves.
probably frustration. I mean, with how
I
many
agree.
times he got
Well,
sacked.
go in with your
and,
other shoulder.
I mean, not only did he get sacked 9 times, I swear to you, there was 5 bat downs
Do you
at the
think-
line where people might have been wide open.
Do you think the Cleveland Browns players believe in Baker Mayfield? 'Cause I don't.
It's hard to with what Cleveland has gone through, dude. If
No,
the
I
QB
agree.
doesn't come in there and just
But
dominate,
it seems like the Cleveland Browns fan base, the Cleveland Browns media, the
I mean,
Cleveland Browns
you're right.
players.
It's
just
just
don't
the
believe in
past 2
Mayfield.
years, I feel like they believed in him, and
Yeah, 'cause
now
they've
maybe
had
that's.
nothing. They've had 0 the
But
past
how
how
many
many?
years
But they
seasons
did good.
yet.
They won a playoff game
That's what
last
I'm
year.
saying. But that's what I'm saying. That's why they believed in him. This is the closest thing they've had to something. He ain't even that good.
Yeah. I think they believe in Nick Chubb
I
more than
just-
do
I
I'm not
Baker.
gonna lie. I
seen-
wouldn't get rid of him. I'd keep him.
I haven't seen Baker Mayfield. Well, that's the thing because they already signed his extension. So at this point, they have to offer him a contract. And what are they going to offer him?
Well, so they already picked up his
1-year extension or whatever.
extension, so they're going to be able to have him next year as long as he doesn't hold out for whatever reason, which at this point he kind of can't do.
You can't. But that's what I'm saying. Do you see them at the end of next year offering him a big contract? I don't.
Depending on how he does. I mean, we got to remember with the injury and whatnot, that has had some effect on him. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that. So I don't want to completely
Yeah.
knock him because
It is
he's
tough
had
to
2
say.
good years and he showed promise after his rookie season to be
Yeah.
able to do something with the team. Now, granted, the team around Baker Mayfield is great also.
Yes, and that's the thing. That's why I think they don't believe in him. And they're like, man, we're wasting this great team with a decent quarterback.
But then again, are they gonna if they get rid of him, they're gonna reset a quarterback
Yep.
again, and who even knows how long that's
right.
going to be until they get another
Yep.
person? Because
right.
it's been
That's why I
20
think-
years before Baker
I think they're going to
Mayfield.
panic sign him, honestly.
Man,
They're
It's
tired
just-
of going through quarterbacks. They just want to.
In my
develop
opinion,
one.
yeah. In my opinion, I don't know. I just don't. This is the last straw for Baker. I get he had a hard season with the injuries and everything,
I
but
can't even know if you could blame this game on him though, with how many times he got sacked and.
Yeah.
no,
I don't know.
You're right, but in my opinion, the whole season I haven't really seen anything. It's been okay, Baker's the guy there.
That is true. I don't want to knock him too hard because literally almost the whole season he's been hurt for at least half the season.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he can come to Pittsburgh. We need a quarterback.
I would take him in
I would
Pittsburgh.
take him. Yeah. Over Mason Rudolph.
Okay, yeah, over
Yep.
Mason Rudolph.
In our
Yeah.
situation,
take
yeah.
him.
But
Yeah.
if
I would take him over Jameis Winston.
Yep.
There's a couple. There's not
Sam
many
Darnold.
great. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take Baker
So-
easily.
Cam Newton.
PJ Walker.
Here's the thing, okay? What do you guys want the Steelers to do in the draft? Let's say
When?
Kenny Pickett's taken. Do you want them to
Offensive
take a
line.
It
quarterback?
depends who's
Okay.
there. It depends who's there.
I'd say offensive line as well.
Offensive line. Get a
Yeah.
quarterback.
If there's not a quarterback, yeah. I
We
agree.
take an offensive line. The next year is going to be
Uh,
Mike Tomlin's first losing season. It'll probably be really bad.
Well,
Unless if they decide to bring in a quarterback.
We don't know that'll
We
happen.
have free agent money. If there's
Yeah, we don't know because
Well, yeah, but
remember
there-
Ben was hurt an entire season, and we still had a winning season.
we have
Yeah, but that's whenever we had our whole offensive line that
Yeah,
was one of
That's
the
true.
best in the league at
Yeah,
the time.
that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I seen a TikTok of it was whenever we had 10 guys go to the Pro
Oh,
Bowl.
I seen that, and there was a picture of all of them together.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that was so depressing. It was
Oh, yeah.
Ben, Brown, Villanueva,
Boswell was there.
Hayward, Yep.
Oh,
Oh, dude, seeing that, I was like, imagine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We had
yeah,
that.
we
If we
won't
had
ever
the
see that
defense
again.
we had today, back when we had that.
It's just so tough because next year you're almost rooting for a losing season, in my opinion. Because
If-
you want to
You're-
go. I think you
you're
want
right.
to target offensive line, or even try to get some sort of help, whether it's a receiver or somebody.
Nah, we need an offensive line.
You can-
Desperate.
Because Juju's not going to be here. I don't think Washington might even be there. You're going to have Deontay Johnson, which you're gonna. I think he's your best weapon. You're going to have Claypool, but Claypool hasn't been
Yeah,
the
but-
most reliable.
Ray McLeod seems like he might be able to fill into the number 3
dude,
spot. 'Cause they've been
Steelers-
putting him there.
Steelers are the best in the league at drafting receivers. I'm not really concerned with the receiver spot.
There's a way they can do it where we don't have to root for the losing season. There's a way they can do it, and they
I'm
can
not
do
gonna
it right.
root for it.
But do you
obviously,
want? a
That's the thing, though,
quarterback?
because the
Obviously.
Steelers are going to get themselves in a bad situation where if they
Yes.
keep going 500, they're going to be at 500 for forever, and they're
Yes.
never going to be able to get over the
Yes.
hump. Like,
Right.
there's got to be a point one time that
Yes.
if you don't get the free agent, you have to have a losing season,
You
and
look-
you have to hit on the quarterback.
You
in the
look at
draft.
what the Cardinals did. You look at what the Bengals did.
Yeah, no.
They
No,
had
you're
the
right.
terrible seasons. The Cardinals picked what? Number 1 picks 2 years in a row?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it sucks to say, but you need that crappy year where then it's like, okay, this is a rebuild.
There's
Yeah,
always
I
a
know.
diamond in the rough, though.
Yeah.
There's always
Cardinals did not
something
have the
that
number
they
1
can
pick 2
pick up.
years in a row. They drafted Josh Rosen in top 10, I believe.
We're saying they took
Was
a
it?
quarterback
Yeah.
first round.
Okay,
2 years in a
yeah,
row.
okay. But
Which is you don't ever want to do
No.
that.
Nope. Nope.
What a waste.
Yep.
But, I mean,
well,
it
they
worked
ended up
out.
getting away with it because they
Yeah, but they could have
traded
had a
him.
way better player when they took Josh. Again, you don't know, obviously, but
Also true, but they made the right decision to get rid of Josh Rosen, and they got
Yep.
a second round pick for him or something like that. So
Yeah.
they actually got compensated for what turned out to be nothing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just goes to show like having Ben Roethlisberger for this whole time has just been
I
been a
just
blessing,
feel like,
man.
yeah, I just feel like you don't want to fall into the trap where you go 500 again, you get a quarterback that's going to be on your team for a year or two, and then it's like, okay, 3 years down the line when maybe something happens to TJ Watt or maybe something happens to Deontay Johnson,
Come
now
on.
you get a fresh quarterback.
Listen, I have been sending Mike Tomlin my phone number for weeks now. He can give me a call anytime. I'll hop in there.
You're in a sling.
I thought you were going to commentate games, TJ.
I
With
throw
that.
it with my right arm.
Okay.
No, after I retire, I'll do it.
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty sad. But
Yeah, I mean, even like the Indianapolis Colts, they lucked out like so much whenever Peyton
Andrew
Manning
Luck.
got injured, and then they ended up winning like one game that year,
Yeah.
which wasn't it versus the Steelers.
I don't know. I
It
don't
wasn't,
I don't
or
think
they had
so.
like a really close game versus Steelers
I
that
don't think-
year.
I could be
remember.
wrong. I don't think so.
I feel like it was versus Steelers.
It wouldn't have been.
I feel like they.
Game, you don't
I feel like
think?
they beat the Steelers that year whenever they had the first round pick. Could be
Wow.
wrong. Could be wrong.
Okay.
That was a long time ago. It ended up working out for him. I mean, because they still had a really good team. But we see what happened. No Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Their team goes from an easy playoff contender to
Yep.
the worst team in the NFL. Like the drop off is huge.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I agree. I feel like there's going to have to come a time where we just have to take a losing season
Yep.
and pray that they
Yep.
get the right guy.
I think what
quarterback.
they should do is target offensive line this year, try to get some sort of help for Mason Rudolph. Find out definitively if he is the guy or isn't,
Well,
which
he's
I don't
not. We
think
already
he
know.
is. But again, just find out. If not, perfect. Take a losing season next year. Whenever there's a bigger QB draft class, try to go for somebody there.
Because like even this year,
Yeah, there's
this,
no point.
like the there's what's it matter if you don't make the playoffs, you might as well have a trash record.
Yep.
Now, like, granted,
is,
there's a
they're
little
never
caveat
gonna-
there with like Ben Roethlisberger, and Mike Tomlin never having a losing season.
Amen.
Without Big Ben though,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen to Mike Tomlin.
And
Yeah.
here's the
Unless
thing.
if we get one of those crazy
Yeah.
good
And as
quarterbacks.
blunt as it is to say, of course it's great having a coach without a losing season. But who cares if you can't win a playoff game? You need the
Right.
end
No,
goal for
you're
any
right.
team in the
Yeah,
NFL is to
yeah.
win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. Look at Marvin
So-
Lewis. I mean,
exactly. So I mean,
yeah, the whole 500 thing now out the window. I just
Yeah.
wanted that for Ben his last season. Now I don't really care.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin, dude, I love you, but
which I fully
you got to have one if
Yeah.
it means getting us a better QB.
Mhm.
You're a great coach. You know what you're doing. Figure it out.
Yeah, I also feel like you're saying that's the only way we can get a good QB. That's not true.
You're right.
not
but
true, but it like increases the
Your
likelihood.
future.
Like
Yeah,
a
but we
ton.
can trade. We have free agent money. There's always a
Who-
diamond in the
Steelers
rough.
never do that.
Here's
though.
here's the thing though. Who would you want to take for let's say a year or two that's potentially out there? Because genuinely, I think the best person that might be on the market is Matt Ryan. His contract is huge.
I'd say Deshaun Watson.
I don't
but he's not
honestly.
going to come there though.
I don't think Deshaun Watson would go to the.
And we're not going to
Steelers.
give up everything that they would want for him.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm saying
So
like,
would you want Matt Ryan for maybe a year or two and have a potentially maybe 1 year you get to the playoffs and the next year you go maybe just under a 500 season?
Yeah, sure.
See, I would
wouldn't hate
personally,
it.
I don't want that.
It's tough though because like we have the defense that we have. Well, we don't want that to go completely to waste. So it's tough to.
I mean, the defense was kind of awful at
Oh,
points. Though.
one of the worst run defenses of the
Yeah,
year.
like, I don't even know if you could say we have the defense.
No,
I mean,
yeah,
they had a
you're-
good game, but
You're
like,
right. No, you're
The
right.
secondary is concerning, obviously, with T.J. Watt.
say
But
Joe
T.J. Watt,
Hayden's going to be gone after
Yeah.
a year or two. Like they need somebody to step into his
He might be
role.
gone after this year. He might,
He
even
might
sign
be
him.
gone
Who
after
knows
this
what's
year.
going on with Devin Bush and all that situation? That's a whole nother kind of crazy situation where he might not even be on the team for much longer. It's
Like truthfully, I feel like it's going to be a brutal season for the Steelers next year.
I
To be
disagree.
completely honest,
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if they won 7 games. I really would be.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be.
I would be shocked. Depending on what they do at quarterback. I mean, that all comes down to that.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously, if they don't actually get like a free agent quarterback, even if they get a rookie quarterback, I'd be shocked if they win 7 games.
I mean, again, I wouldn't be mad if they had to lose season at this point, but they always somehow figure it out.
It's brutal to
win,
think
though.
about though, because it's like, oh my, like we come into next year and it's just going to be a rough year the whole way through. Like that sucks. That
It's-
sucks.
yeah,
So
but
like
you
in the back of
don't-
my head, I'm like, dang, I don't want that to happen. But
Yeah, you
that's
don't-
the best thing. That's the best thing, quite possibly.
Like I
that
said, we
could
took
happen.
Ben at pick 11. You got to do pretty bad to have that pick. Unless you trade up.
We almost didn't get him.
But we got him.
But we got him
we
because
got him.
Cleveland done messed
Cleveland,
up.
you dummies.
You're expecting failure. You shouldn't be.
I'm gonna say even now, like you almost have to be in the top 10. You see all the quarterbacks that are getting drafted in the top 10. I mean, just look at last year.
Yeah, they had to trade up.
Yeah, but
if they
there's
want
also
something.
like Mac Jones wasn't in the top 10. Look at him.
Right. I mean, but there was
There's
five. There was
always a
5
diamond in the rough. I'm telling you, the Steelers are going to be fine. They're going to get
But-
that diamond in the
hitting,
rough.
but hitting on that guy is so tough to do.
But
It's
they
not
always
easy.
do it. Well, I mean, not always. They did it the one time with Big
There
Ben.
was a large portion where the Steelers didn't have a good quarterback.
yeah, that was
and they were-
that was in the dinosaur ages, dog. We've had
Look,
Ben
we
for
had
like
It wasn't
18
that-
years.
we had Terry Bradshaw. Then we had some decent ones
Yeah.
in between.
Like
We did-
Cordell Stewart.
We made it
Yeah.
to the Super Bowl with 95 with. I don't even remember his name. It started with an M, I think, or something like that.
Tommy Maddox.
No, it wasn't Tommy Maddox.
There was a good portion though, like a good span where the Steelers weren't that good. They
And
didn't have a
The
quarterback.
thing is, too, which is just very concerning, is even if you find that diamond or a rough quarterback, your offensive line could potentially get him killed.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I
and
think
there's obviously
draft
ways
offensive
where
But
you
you never know, though. Look at the Bengals. Look at their
Exactly.
offensive line last year,
Yes.
and look what they're doing this year.
Yes. And
Yep.
they kind of even ignored that in the draft.
Here's the
where they
thing:
really
the
didn't
Steelers, they're a good
target that.
franchise. You're never going to be
Yep.
like god awful.
Yep.
They're just not.
Yep.
That's why I do not think they're going to lose. I can see
I feel like
if
a
they.
lot of teams get to that point though, where there's just nothing you could do.
I know, but I would be surprised if they don't win. I could see them go maybe one game under 500 next year, but like I just can't
But
see them
here's
being
the thing:
that bad.
do you want that?
No.
yeah.
That's the thing where it's like I don't know if you want to.
I don't know if
think
I
they
do
should
want
do it.
that, but they're not obviously going to tank. They are not a franchise that's going to tank. They're going to
no.
compete every year.
Yeah, just I mean, and again, in my opinion, which who knows what they're gonna do, but in my opinion, I don't want to go 500 anymore.
Yeah, you're right. I don't
Like
either.
that's not.
I want
the
us
goal.
to get back
but-
to okay. We have a potential to compete every year
Yeah, but
again.
if you tank, you're training your guys not to get better. You're training them to lose, and then they don't get better. You fight every single season as hard as you can. They're gonna get better.
truly don't think like any team really tanks.
Yeah, they're not going to
no,
tank.
no.
They're not going to tank. They're going
No.
to fight, and they're going to play to win.
Another thing, I mean, you could think about it. Maybe Ben was holding the offense back this year. He didn't have like a great year. He didn't
Yeah,
get
he did.
turnovers,
You're
which
right.
was really good. Super trigger happy. Like as soon as
Yeah.
he didn't trust the offensive line.
There
As soon as the
but
ball is
dude,
hiked, he's throwing it so he doesn't get
Yesterday,
hit.
You throw the ball 42 times when you only pass for 100 yards.
That's what I'm saying. He's throwing the ball right away because like he's scared that
That's not
Myles
good.
Garrett's coming in, Clowney's coming in.
There were a lot of overthrown passes. There were a lot of forced passes. Yeah, like you said, if there was maybe somebody back there was a little bit more mobile, maybe he could have extended that a little bit.
I mean, shut up, TJ. I mean, just think about it. How many times has Ben went down, like forced the ball downfield? That wasn't just like a random streak route that Chase Claypool. Like, there's no routes really downfield that he's ever hitting.
It's a mobile league now. Now we got Joe Burrow, Young, Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Like it's just
And that's another thing too, where I feel like, and again, I feel like Matt Canada is going to get a lot more say next season with Ben being done. But the offense, in my opinion, needs to change because, again, you guys say it every time. You can't have 3rd and long and pass it behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
You can't.
Or
do
it
that.
it
That's
literally
not gonna
happened
work.
2 or 3 times in
Yeah.
the game versus Cleveland.
Yeah.
It's just like, what do you do?
It's not going to
What do you
work.
do?
But you gotta give them time to get downfield. That offensive line.
No,
Yeah.
That's also true. That's also true.
I don't know.
But
a lot of stuff.
Hey,
We rambled.
congrats, TJ Watt. You better get it. If you don't get Defensive Player of the Year,
It's rigged. I will
I'll be mad.
I will
actually. You
pee
will
on
be.
something.
Will you
robbed.
drink your own pee?
pee on something.
Will you drink your own pee?
I won't drink it. I'll pee on
Hey.
something though.
Go for Shanahan's record, or Strahan.
Strahan.
Yeah, Strahan. What does he need? 2 sacks,
Sack and
No
a half.
one.
sack and a half.
Sack and a half.
Sack
Go
and a
get
half.
it.
Could happen.
You
Go
can do
get
it.
it.
Against Lamar, which is tough. but
Against
yeah,
Hundley.
Sure. Yeah, never mind. Not so tough.
Anyways, Big Ben, I'm sure we'll be making another video after it's actually all
Yeah, once you
over.
officially announce it.
But
I'll probably,
yeah,
come
thank
here
you
with
so much.
tears.
We love you, Steelers. This is going to be the most wild off season that we've ever had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Every year, the offseason, my head's like, all right, we'll get to the Super Bowl next year. Every year for the past 18 years.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear
That does suck.
at least you have the opportunity
People
to
say
be
we-
hopeful, though.
People say we're spoiled. Yes.
Yeah.
But leave us alone.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. We out.
Bye.